Huge ovation you got just when you walked out there for warm-ups. Any reaction to that?
No, it's great. I've been in this building a lot of times when I haven't played for the finals, whether I was doing the TV or at the game, and the crowd has always been great to me. But coming in here, never been a player on this side. I'm happy to be on this side because I know what they bring from the standpoint of the energy. So it felt great.
How many minutes were you on the court with LeBron before he turned his ankle?
I never played with him. Yeah, I didn't play. I was on the white team, so we haven't played together. Still in like 4 years.
Have you? I mean, we know that you've been spending quite a bit of time running point on that second unit. What do you think about that?
No, I like it. It allows me to be a playmaker, which I love when you have guys like Kyle Korver out there, Channing Frye, sometimes JR, just whatever lineups coach put out there. It gives me an opportunity to have the ball in my hand, make plays, and obviously score the basketball. But there's so much talent on this team. I'm trying to get used to all the weapons that we have. But I like it. I like the change up, and I think the second unit gonna have to be very good for this team to be as successful as they want to be.
The game has evolved so much in positionless basketball, really, but did you see this as like the later stage of your career, stepping into that kind of role of the backup point guard or point guard in general?
You really don't look that far. You play the game, and I never thought I'd be playing at 35 years old. I never thought I'd be playing 15 years in. So, you always want to be able to be out on the basketball floor. So you want to be able to do whatever your team needs you to do. No matter if you're playing, in the NBA, no matter if you're playing in an Olympic team, no matter what, everyone on the team has a role. Whether you're the star player at the time or whether you the 15 guy off the bench, you have a role. So you want to be the best in your role, and that's what I've always tried to be. So whatever role coach and the team needs for me to play here, my ego is not big enough. It's not that big where I would not be okay with playing whatever role that they ask for me to play.
We got to see a glimpse of Rose that you guys have been seeing behind closed doors, or I guess your teammates have seen you before.
Yeah,
so
man.
What does he have that he gets to bring to this team?
Well, I mean, D Rose had a good year last year. Everyone kind of forget because the Knicks wasn't in the playoffs, and then he ended up getting hurt at the end of the year, which was unfortunate. But I played against him last year. He was unbelievable. His ability to finish around the basket is as good as anyone. When it's one-on-one coverage, there's not too many people can stand in front of him. He's so shifty. I think a lot of things that a lot of us, his ability to pass the ball with this team. I mean, you got so many weapons. He's been passing the ball amazing. He looks like he's in great shape. But the first thing I said to him when I came here is, man, you just look like you're happy. He just looked free in the mind, and that goes a long way. So, it's still early, of course, but I know he likes where he at, and we do too.
What does playing Love at center bring to you guys offensively?
Spreads the floor. When you have a team as deep as this, you have multiple lineups you can go to. Kevin Love at the 5 just spreads the floor, and it puts other 5 men in uncomfortable positions on the defensive end of the floor. And he's one of the better shooters in this game. So, and it also, it also gives Jay Crowder an opportunity to guard other teams, better defender, and gives LeBron James a rest where you don't have to guard other guys, better defender all game. So. I think coach is going to play with different lineups throughout the year, depending on what works. But he has the ability to do that with so much talent on the roster.
Playing point guard, is that one of the things you talked with Coach Lou about before you came?
Yeah, we talked about that. It's more so just having the ball in your hand. I always had the ball in my hand, my whole career. So it's not really playing point guard, just being a playmaker more so than anything. We both talked about that. That was one thing for me that I was excited about. Having an opportunity to, I like playing with shooters, and I like playing with big men that can roll. Tristan can roll, and we got enough shooters on this team. So definitely understand also how important, like I said, that unit will be when we get that opportunity to make sure that when LeBron is resting, that that team could be a plus this season. They wasn't a plus last year in the second unit, so hopefully when I'm in that group, I want to make sure that group is a plus more times than not. And we got some weapons on the offensive end. Defensively, we got to continue to get our system down, and continue to help cover each other, and help each other that way, and be a good collective, good defensive team. But offensively, we're gonna get shots.
How did it go out there for you tonight?
It was good, man. I mean, it's just scrimmage. If anything, we wasn't trying to hurt each other out there. Try to get get the fans excitement, but at the same time, be smart about it.
Can you describe that Euro step move you had around Calderon in the first half?
I probably traveled, but that's something I've been working on, though, just Euro step, and then learn how to get fouled. In the open court, they told me to attack. Like I said a couple of days ago, when I attack it, open up the floor, and I got a lot of shooters, so the lanes are going to be open for me.
What's the process? What kind of talent you guys have? What's the process of getting you guys all to recognize what you can get most out of each other's games?
I mean, the game should tell you what to do. You know, if you're two people on you or one person is on you, you're not. I mean, you can't guard it well, pass the ball. If you're open, shoot the ball. I mean, it should be simple. With the personnel that we have on this team, we got mature veteran guys. Like I said, I'm not in it for the stats. I'm in it to just win, man. Like, that's how I genuinely feel. It's nothing more than that.
Before the regular season, I mean, is that enough time for you guys to get in sync and learn each other well enough?
Seriously, of course not, but we're pros. We got to figure it out. It's going to be a process. All of it's going to be a process, but that's why we're professionals. I mean, we got to find ways to work it out, and it's going to be, who knows how it's going to be at first, but we know that we got each other's back. We know how hard every person on this team works, and we know, like I said earlier, we got one common goal, and that's to win a championship. So we have to sacrifice.
It's only a scrimmage, but it's kind of different being on the other side of this now.
Yeah, even walking out the side of the to get on the court, it's kind of weird, man. But I'm taking it all in. I'm grateful. I'm fortunate to be on this team, and who knows what's going to happen.
The biggest takeaway from seeing the guys out there today?
Just trying to see, if they can get through the plays, understand the plays, understand what we're looking for offensively. Defensively, working on some different stuff, but for the most part, just seeing if guys can pick things up and trying to go from there.
Have you settled on Kevin as your five, your starting five?
Yes.
What do you like about that?
Just get his spacing on the floor. He's a great passer. Fives having to try to get out and try to guard him on pick and roll with LeBron and D Rose and those guys. Making plays is going to be tough for those guys. So we liked it. The biggest thing is that Tristan has been a big part of what we do, and but I hated having that conversation, but it was great. Probably about I think 3 or 4 days ago, and maybe longer than that, but I don't even know what day it is. But he was phenomenal, man, and that's what it's all about. And you hate having those conversations, but he was great. He was like, man, whatever you need me to do, coach. I just go for 6 man a year. I'm happy. I understand the dynamics of what's going on. So, when you have those talks, it usually doesn't go that good. But he was great about it.
Have you also settled on Dwyane as your backup point or second point or however you want to say it?
Oh yeah, not yet. We still, like I said, I have a plan in place. I'm not going to tell you guys the plan yet. I don't want to get Dave all riled up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Have you learned anything about Derrick Rose since camp began that you didn't know before he joined your team?
I didn't know he was a great passer. He makes the right pass, the right play in the pick and roll. He's still dynamic offensively. But the biggest thing for me, I didn't know he was such a good passer, especially out of pick and roll, find an open guy to skip pass. And so, the guy he came here, he wanted to win. And that's the most important thing to me. That's what's important to him.
What's wrong with Jetty?
He had back spasms the last 2 or 3 days.
Does he miss your back?
Yes.
What do you think he's going to do Wednesday?
He won't play Wednesday. No.
Not to say that he needs it or anything, but how much does it help LeBron to have a defender like Jake Crowder or somebody other than JR that can take that opponent's best player?
What's big for us? I think with Jay starting at the 4, I think LeBron's able to, roam freely on the defensive end. So Jay will take the toughest matchup between the 3 and the 4s, and LeBron will be able to roam and kind of, quarterback our defense, being that backline defense, talking, communicating, and also being able to pick off passes when guys are throwing, bad passes. And I like LeBron in that role because he's great at, being the help guy, being in the right spots in the right places. So I think it'd be good for us.
Do you anticipate LeBron will play in the preseason?
Yes, he will. Yeah.
Wednesday?
No, I said no. That's all right. No, he's out Wednesday.
In your face, all over the place. We're online. 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. The first NBA radio for all the fans around the world. Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. We talk about NBA. We talk about passion. We are your radio.
Loyal than you, Wade. I mean, listen, never in my entire life will I thought I'd ever be calling Dwyane Wade Flash, the man, Mr. 3-time world champion. I never thought I'd be calling him this. Wade, you're a dick rider. You're a ring chaser. Cleveland! Cleveland! Out of all places! Cleveland! With LeBron? I swear. Listen. Not only did you go to Cleveland, you disrespected the Heat. You came out with a statement talking about, oh, I don't feel wanted in Miami. I don't want to go back to Miami. Listen, I hope that when you come back to Miami, in that ugly-ass Cleveland Cavaliers uniform, that Dion Waiters, Hassan Whiteside, and that whole crew gives you and LeBron the beating of a lifetime. I hope they chase you out of Miami with pitchforks and torches. Cleveland! Cleveland! Really? Really? Listen, don't get me wrong. I love me some D. Wade. But this is not fucking shit. Cleveland? Really? Like 3 rings wasn't enough for you? You're now gonna chase a ring with LeBron James? Really? Really? Listen, this hurts more than when he went to the Bulls. This hurts more. You had an opportunity to come back. The first time I kind of forgave you because like, okay, Pat Riley didn't give you the money. Pat Riley, you know, it was Pat Riley's bad. But this time, you had an opportunity to come back. And you still didn't come back. I hope Pat Riley doesn't retire your fucking jersey. I hope that number, I hope I never see that number 3 Miami Heat jersey hanging off the rafters of the American Airlines Arena. I hope I never do. Don't get me wrong, I am a Heat fan for life. I roll with the Heat like I roll with the Marlins. Win, lose, tie, anything, I'll roll with them. And I appreciate everything D. Wade has done for this organization in the past 13 years. But it's shit like this that just pisses me off. It is. It is. Because you're going to go with LeBron James. LeBron James, ever since he left in Miami, has been a little bitch. That's number 1. He's been crying, talking about he needs more help, he needs this and that, That wasn't happening here in Miami. Once he left, he became that. You're going to go with a guy whose teammates have left him? Kyrie Irving left him? You're going to go with him? Listen, I know LeBron's your friend. I know you did great things here in Miami. But, really? You're going to join him? Now, in your defense, you're probably just returning the favor. But you know how that makes you look? That makes you look like a ring chaser, like a dick rider. You've never been a ring chaser. Until now. My goodness. I can't believe this is happening. If you would have gone to Oklahoma City, I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine with that. Listen, I would have been just fine. I would have still been pissed off that you didn't rejoin the Heat, but I would have been a little bit less pissed off. But you decide to join LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers to chase another ring. Really? Really? You... I'm surprised you didn't just pull a Kevin Durant. I'm surprised you just didn't go to Boston. I'm surprised you didn't go to Boston with Kyrie Irving. They probably wouldn't have wanted your ass anyway. Really, D. Wade? You're joining the Cleveland Cavaliers of all the teams? Just to rub it in Miami's face. Really? Really? Listen, this hurts more than when you left to Chicago, man. I swear. I hope, man, I want to be there. I want to be at the game where Hassan Whiteside and Deion Waiters give you the beating of a lifetime. I want to be there. I want to be there to see it myself. I want to be there to boo you out of the arena. Because when you left to Chicago, it was Pat Riley's bad. We all understand that. But this time, that was you. That was you. That was all you. That wasn't Pat Riley. That wasn't nobody. That was all you. Dwyane, I appreciate everything you've done for this franchise the last 13 years. But this is just the ultimate act of betrayal. It is. It is. If you think about it. You go with LeBron James. It wasn't bad enough that LeBron already left us. And Bosh, well, we all know how Bosh went down. It wasn't bad enough. You had to go with LeBron too. Really? Really? Listen, I respected the hell out of you. Until now. You're a ring chaser now. You're labeled a cloud chaser. You're a ring chaser. You're trying to get that 4th ring. Trying to be like Shaq. Man, you know what? I hope you do go to the finals. I hope you do go to the finals with LeBron James. I hope you do. So then Golden State can give you the beating of a lifetime. So then Durant, Draymond, Clay, and Curry can shit on y'all. I hope you do go to the finals. I hope you do. I really hope you do. Because if we can't whoop your ass in the playoffs, then I hope Golden State does. And it embarrasses you, makes a mockery out of you two in the NBA Finals. I hope they do. And all y'all are going to be saying, oh, you're not a loyal Heat fan. You're not a loyal... Yes, I am a loyal Heat fan. Yes, I am. I just don't like players that are disloyal to the Heat. Like Dwyane Wade. You know what? You want to know who I like? Alonzo Mourning. Another guy by the name of, no, I think Alonzo was the only, I want to say Tim Hardaway. I want to say Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice. I want to say, well, Shaq, you know, he was there. Guys that actually love this organization. Alonzo Mourning, best example. The most loyal you could get. That's why he's my favorite player of all time. That's why I have that frame up right there. That's why. You see a frame of Wade around here? That. When you guys went to the finals. But in terms of my favorite player of all time, that's why I have that frame up. That. Right there. That's Heat lifer right there. That's Heat loyalty. What happened to you, Wade? What happened to... This is my city, my home, my town. I'm never leaving. What happened to that? Empty promises. That's what that was. Curry, this is a message to the Warriors, to the Golden State Warriors. If you guys see Dwyane Wade, LeBron James, and the rest of them Cleveland chumps in the finals, give them an ass whooping they'll never, ever forget. And tell them it was all courtesy of the 305. This is what I think of you, Wade.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
And I think the teams he wanted to go to was either Miami, San Antonio, OKC, and the Cavs. And I also heard that the Warriors reached out to him, but that I guess didn't fall through. So it looks like Dwyane Wade is joining LeBron back in Cleveland. It's going to be Dwyane Wade's first stint in Cleveland. People thought this was going to happen last year last year before he signed with the Bulls, but now he actually goes to the Cavs, and we're going to have a pretty interesting Cavs team coming up. I don't know what offense or what rotation they're going to run in the fourth quarter. Are they going to have Jay Crowder? It's pretty much, are they going to have Jay Crowder off the bench, or are they going to have Dwyane Wade off the bench? Because we know Isaiah Thomas is starting point guard, Rose is the backup. Shooting guard in the clutch, is it going to be Wade or is it going to be Crowder? Crowder's for defense, Wade's for offense. Depends, I guess, what they need. they're going to have so many people at that shooting guard. But I know Crowder's a small forward, but if they're going defense, they're going to be playing him at the 2. And they also have guys like Korver, Shumpert, and JR, and Wade. They have 4 shooting guards right now. There was no need for Wade, no need at all. Like, the scoring they could have got for Wade is just basically J.R. Smith or Korver. Obviously, Wade's a better scorer than Korver. J.R., you can honestly... I guess Wade is still a better scorer than J.R. Smith. But, yeah, it wasn't really a need. It was just there's a great player on the market, and he wants to come to us. We should sign him. Why not? So, that matters. We know LeBron's at the 3, at the 4th. We know Love's going to be at the 4, and most likely Thompson's going to be at the 5. I don't know who they're going to be playing at the 2. Is it going to be Wade, Crowder? Somehow if J.R. Smith's hot, if they needed threes, like guaranteed threes, or if they can play Korver, we don't know. But I think it's going to be very interesting, this Cavs team. I do think that the Cavs got a lot better in this offseason. I think they are still the best team in the Eastern Conference by far. Well, not by far, but they're clearly better than the Celtics. People were saying Celtics are the 1 seed. I think it's going to be the Cavs, even if Isaiah Thomas is out till Christmas. I still think the Cavs are going to be getting the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference with honestly no problem, unless honestly LeBron and Wade and Isaiah Thomas and Love, they rest down the way. But I still think that the Cavs are the best team in the Eastern Conference. Like, they got a lot better in this offseason than people I think can think of. Like, they got Jay Crowder, who's honestly one of the better perimeter defenders in the league. Yes, he's not like Paul George or Kawhi Leonard, but he's still, I would say, a top 20 perimeter defender in the league, hands down. Like, you can put him wherever you want in there. But yeah, he's guaranteed top 20, I would say, perimeter defender in the league. And he was in that trade where I think Kyrie Irving, what do I have him? I think I have him as the 5th best point guard in the NBA. And I have Isaiah Thomas at 7, I think, behind Lillard at 6, if you were wondering who's at 6. Yeah, I know that might draw some hate from some people. But it's not a huge downgrade from Kyrie to Isaiah Thomas. Honestly, they're kind of this, Kyrie's a little bit better offensively and a little bit better defensively, but nothing drastic. They're both they're both liabilities on defense. Neither of them are really good at defense. On offense, I would give a slight edge to Kyrie. But it's not a huge downgrade. You're still getting an all-star basically point guard for an all-star basically point guard. So I do think it doesn't really matter that downgrade. And then you signed Derrick Rose, who's honestly he put up 18 points with the Knicks. He might win 6th man of the year this year. He is going to be one of the better players to come off the bench in the NBA in this upcoming season. Like, if Derrick Rose can just give this team like 13 points and 4 assists off the bench, like, hell, that's amazing. And that's for $2 million a year, or I think it was a 1-year $2 million deal. Like, hell yes, like that is a great signing by the Cavs. And then they have Wade now at shooting guard. We're going to see, they would have to trade, I think, either Shumpert or Korver or Jarrett, one of them. This is going to be a logjam at shooting guard. Small forward, obviously you have the best player in the NBA. Love at the power forward, who's still a top 7 power forward in the NBA. Can still spread the floor, can still knock down the 3. Just got to play, I guess, a little tougher. And at center, you have Tristan Thompson, who disappointed a lot of people in the finals, especially with his rebounding. He did not do a good job. Steph Curry out-rebounded him a couple games. But if he's on his A-game, I think this team, I'm already saying the Cavs will go to the finals. I'm sadly going to say we're going to see a Cavs Warriors for the 4th year in a row. Hopefully LeBron leaves, so it's the last, and we'll see a new team out of the Eastern Conference, and hopefully maybe the Warriors KD leaves or something, so we see a new team in the Western Conference. I want change as much as you guys do, unless you guys are a Cavs or Warriors fan. But yeah, the Wade signing is dope. I think the best team that has the best shot at taking down the Warriors is the Thunder, just because of the rivalry they have between them and KD. I just feel like that can get in the way and push momentum. The Cavs, this is going to be their best roster going into the finals, given they're all healthy. Knock on wood, Rose is healthy, Isaiah Thomas is healthy, LeBron, Crowder, everyone's healthy. This is the best team they're going to have going into the finals, taking up the Warriors. They got a lot better from last finals, better defensively. Yeah, Rose isn't really a good defender, but Crowder is going to help out a lot on that team. Wade isn't good defensively either, but they did get better defensively, not by a lot, but they did get better defensively. And then and the Warriors, they drafted Jordan Bowe, who's a great pick out of Oregon. Who else they signed? Nick Young. I don't know. I feel like there's somebody else they signed, but I'm not sure. But they still are the Warriors. I still think they're going to win it all. Sadly, I don't want to see them win it all, but I think it's going to happen. But this Dwyane Wade signing is pretty cool. I think this literally makes the Cavs, I would say, 90% chance going to the finals over the Celtics. Maybe this is just me being a Knicks fan and biased, and I hate the Celtics, but I just don't see the Celtics comparing to the Cavs this playoffs. I just think LeBron turns into a new player into the offseason, and it's just going to be, I don't know. I would like to see the Celtics just something change, like something new in the Eastern Conference, but I just think it's just it's going to be too hard to beat Wade, LeBron, Rose, Isaiah Thomas, Love, Thompson. It's just gonna, I don't know. I just don't see the Celtics beating them. But let me know what you guys think of the signing. Who do you think's better, the Celtics or the Cavs? Let me know that in the comments below. And why do you think one is better? And also, if you think that the Cavs are gonna beat the Warriors now in the NBA Finals, let me know that too. I'm down to, I like listening to this, and I'm interested to see what you guys are saying. Some of you guys give some really cool opinions. Some of you guys give some really crazy, biased, unrealistic opinions that I think are super cool as well. So yeah, that is gonna be it for me. Thank you all for watching.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. The first NBA radio for all the fans around the world. Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. We talk about NBA. We talk about passion. We are your radio.